Can't. Can't stand the word. You hear it almost every day, you know. I can't. Losing eyesight. I have friends saying, you're blind. You can't become a comic. You're blind. You can't go to Europe by yourself. You're blind. You can't drive. My wife and I actually celebrate an anniversary coming up in 2 weeks' time, and looking forward to that. We're going to be 9 years of married life and not a fight in that entire time. Thank you. See? These are single people applauding. All the married people are going, this is crap. Sure, we fight, but she doesn't yell at me. No, if she's angry, she moves the furniture. Yeah. I'll pick up the iron where the telephone used to be. A lot to learn in married life, too. An awful lot to learn. As they say, 9 years, we're still rookies at the game, but that first year of marriage was really tough. I remember she had never dated a blind person, and she once left potpourri on the coffee table. I thought it was a bowl of chips. I felt like crap, but my breath was nice. And the other thing I like about blindness, it's taught me that I love a challenge. The bigger, the broader, the deeper the challenge, the more I enjoy it. Because I find myself wondering, well, okay, can I beat this thing? What do I have to do to win? And I'll tell you that whatever challenge that blindness, diabetes, life throws in front of me next, I will try to overcome it before I say can't. My wife has been doing a lot to get me back into shape, too. She's got me cutting the grass this year. That's been, that's a dream come true for the neighborhood. You can imagine the blind guy out there 8-9 hours completely lost. Hedges are disappearing. Neighbors calling for their dog. Here, Benji, Benji! Where'd you get the fur boots, Gord?
The strength of the show lies in Gord's ability as a stand-up comedian to read his audience and inject humor at just the right moments to support and reinforce his message. A message he can now share after experiencing a difficult journey.
I was a very bad diabetic in that whatever the doctors, the nurses, the parents, the friends suggested, ordered, prescribed for me to do, I did the opposite. I did the opposite simply because nobody was going to tell me how to run my life. Well, at 18, I had eye trouble. I had difficulty reading the board, following the puck in hockey. And eventually, my parents sent me off to Toronto to see the specialist. I waited an eternity to get in to see him. He takes one look in each eye and goes, "Yepper, you're going to go blind. Next patient, please." Don't say that. I thought it was a terrible thing to say to an 18-year-old. And so I walked out of his office completely ignoring everything he had to tell me because I didn't believe him. I walked out seeing, driving, knowing colors, flowers, trees, sunsets, and I believed that I would go on seeing these things forever. And I did. Until one day after university, when I scraped together that money and I went hitchhiking through Europe. And I ended up in a small town in the north of Wales, sitting in a pub having some dinner. And all of a sudden, without any forewarning, without any pain at all, this red, furry, fuzzy pink fog drifted down over my field of vision. I didn't know what it was. I thought at first that it was just something in the room, the lighting. And so I blinked, and this fog grew heavier. I shut my eyes for several moments, but with this growing sense of fear, of panic, of absolute terror, I slowly reopened my eyes. And now this fog entirely blanketed my field of vision, and all the images in the distance were distorted, misshapen. I didn't know what to do. I paid the bill. I shuffled awkwardly out of the pub and back along the streets to my hotel, made my way back up to my room. But once locking the door behind me, I took out my travel diary and I flipped the pages at the very back of that book that I knew would be blank, and I wrote, "I no longer can see to read or write. I guess this must be blind." If you said you could give me my eyesight back right here today, I would not take it. And I know that sounds difficult to imagine, but I would be very reluctant to take eyesight back because of all the great things that blindness has shown me, taught me about people and about myself. You know, I quit playing golf after I lost the eyesight, and after about 18 years I went back and started playing again. Fell in love immediately with it, all over again. It's just such a great thrill to get out there. In fact, last week I had my best score since taking the game back up by 6,004. The one thing I get, though, is new people who have never golfed with me, they automatically become pros, and they want to tell me what I'm doing wrong. Some of you have experienced that, you know what I mean? It's always, oh, it's your stance, it's your grip. Just once I wish they'd look at me and go, oh, there's the problem, you're blind. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say that I do hope that my show or my presentation here this day renews in some of you the belief and the faith in your abilities, your talents, to continue to pursue whatever goals and whatever dreams you have set for yourselves. I do realize that here today there are very likely people who are right now going through events in their lives who sit in here and think, how do I get through this? And I'll tell you this much, that you can. If you dig deep enough, search long enough and hard enough, you can overcome any challenge, any obstacle. First of all, believe in yourselves, then go for it.